ask the audience that question. And I said, okay. And so that's my question to you. You know, think about that as you're going home. When was the last time that you had a surplus of money? And so we've got a program of 7 days to director. Everybody say 7 days to director.
7 days to director.
How many days? Say 7.
7.
Okay, the company gives us a month to get in and go director, but we can, why wait a month to do what you can, why wait a month if you can do it in 7 days, right? So here's what we do. Tell me your first name. Eric. Is it Eric? Okay, Eric gets into the business. Do me a favor, just come stand right here, Eric. I promise I won't pick any of that bad. Okay, Eric gets into the business tonight. Who invited you, Eric? Caitlin. Caitlin, come stand right here to his left. Okay, so Caitlin, okay, let's pretend he gets in the business tonight. He sponsors Caitlin, okay, and he sponsors 2 more. Let's have you 2 come up here real quick. And you just stand kind of right in front of him. And Caitlin just kind of stand just a little bit ahead. So he sponsors these 3 people. He comes in on $4.99. Caitlin comes in on $4.99. This gentleman comes in on $4.99, and this young lady comes in on $4.99. Okay, add that up. $19.96. Okay? So someone has to buy a bracelet. A little green $4 bracelet. Or a bag of shake. Or there has to be a customer, okay, to make up that $2,000. And if we can do this scenario before Thursday night at midnight, before next Thursday night at midnight, then you, Eric, will get a check on Monday for about $600. Now, Eric, are you my best friend now or what? I am. Awesome. You guys can sit down. Thank you very much. So basically, the way that we do that is we have a challenge party. And Eric, we sit down with Eric and we make a list of names. Our list is our inventory. This is the secret. And the key is to not prejudge. Put everybody's name on the list. How many people in the room have somebody in your business right now that you never dreamed would do this? Raise your hand. About half the room. Most of the time, the people that you know are going to join the challenge won't even call you back. The people you say, man, he would never do this. He'll be your first ambassador. So, make a list of 25 and you pick the phone up. And this is what you say. Hey, Eric, this is Scott. I just found out about this 90-day challenge that I'm starting. My goal is to lose 45 pounds. You have got to hear about it. Do you have a few minutes to talk right now? Sure. Super. Do me a favor. Listen. I know this is going to be corny, but you have got to listen to this. It's a 4-minute recorded call. It's called the Vi Line. Hang on a second. And I'm going to 3-way him into that call. And as soon as it's over, I'm going to say, hey, I know that was corny, but answer me one question, Eric. What did you like best about that video, about that audio? And he's going to say whatever he's going to say. Well, the $25 million. The voice, what I like the best is the voice of Roy Jones Jr. or whatever. You know, whatever he says. Here's the $1 million question. If you can get this question right, it'll make you $1 million. Here's the $1 million question. Eric, are you open to getting some more information? Super. Go to my website, www.scottfullaney.com. It's a 4-minute video. Watch that video and I'll call you back in 6 minutes. Ring, ring, ring. Eric, hey, what'd you like best about that video? No matter what he says, I'm going to say, are you open to getting some more information? I'm going to say, I'll be at your house in the morning or tonight. Or my #1 goal is to engage him in a presentation like this. I'm going to get the shake in him and I'm going to get him to view the 22-minute video. And the secret is inside the video. So if you came here tonight and you've never seen the video, I apologize for the mix-up, okay? And you can watch it at overview.vi.com in its entirety. And here's one of the things that I do. I have the remote control in my hand. And I am watching that video with my new prospect. Okay? And if the dog barks, if the kids come out, if the phone rings, if there's any interruption, I pause it and look at it. And whenever the interruption is clear, I press play. I may even rewind it a little bit. How many of you know if I rewind that video 4 times, they will cease every interruption going on in that house? Because the secret is inside the video. If you can get them to engage, and Scott Bailey, my best friend, taught me something. He said, if you can get them that video inside their eye gate and into their ear gate, that 22 minutes of uninterrupted information, they will join the challenge. I guarantee it. But if you're back in the back talking and you're expecting them to watch it, they're not watching it. They're looking at their clock, waiting to go home. But if you're engaged in it with them and watching it with them, then they're going to know that it's important. And I guarantee you that if they view it in its entirety, uninterrupted, they will join the challenge. So, how many of you know that I'm pretty passionate about that one thing? It's made us a lot of money. It really has. So you can pick 2 and party. The 2 that I like to use are the Vyline and my website. But there's more than just those 2. It's on the back of the page. Find what 2 you feel comfortable with. And here's the deal. If they are a friend, it takes 3 exposures to get them to join the challenge. That's why I picked the Vyline first, my website video second, challenge party video third. If they're a stranger, it takes sometimes up to 7 exposures. So here's the secret that I learned in Houston. There's a lady named Rachel Jackson. Okay, she's 28 years old, or young. She's a royal ambassador in the company, and she said, Scott, she said, I follow up with someone until they are in my business or dead. Didn't she, Nate? Nate was out there with me. And so you say, man, that's kind of cold-blooded, ain't it? Say, what? She's serious, man. She said, do you remember that gal that quit? She said, I don't either. It was really, I would highly encourage you to study Rachel Jackson. And she's got a ton of YouTube videos. But that one thing, follow up until they're in your business or dead. Because guess what? How many people know somebody in the business that you knew before, but they're not in your business? Raise your hand. Just about everybody in the room. See, a lot of people knew me. That's why I had to go to Kyle and say, man, you're going to have to sponsor me, because if I join under any of the 15 people that prospected me prior, somebody's going to get really mad. So, but anyways, so pick 2 and party. The secret is in the pre-party. The secret is in doing those 2 things that I did prior to getting them to the challenge party. The 2 things, the phone call and the website, the 2 exposures. That's the secret. Okay? Additional party promotions when you're scheduling your challenge party after you've called your 25 and ran them through that funnel, pre-partied with all 25. Then you can send them a text blast, put an event on Facebook, and call them up and remind them and say, hey, Gene, don't forget the bag of ice. That one thing has made us so much money, it's not even funny. Crap, I gotta take ice over to Fellaini's house. I forgot all about it. Man, people will come, drop off the ice, and then leave. Because they committed to bringing the ice, say, hey, do me a favor, bring me a bag of ice. I don't know about all around town there's these $1.50 things where you can put $1.50 in and get a bag of ice. Man, I just put them in the freezer. I got a big old freezer full of ice. But it got them to come. Okay? And they're happy now. You know, we've helped over 400 people qualify for their BMW. You know, make $1,500 to $3,000 a month and get a free car. We've helped 40 people make 6 figures a year. How many of you know it's going to be fun at Christmas time this year, boy? We're going to get 40 really good gifts. And 400 little bitty good gifts. Okay, here's the most important thing that I can talk about. It's called the events. Okay, how many people in the room are registered to go to Orlando this weekend? Stand up. Stand up for me. Okay, the people that are sitting down, we're going to put a piece of paper in your hand, and I know it's short notice. Tim, anybody in the back row, please grab a form and help me pass them out right now, please. I promise I'll only take 2 more minutes of your time. And just stay standing if you are already going to Orlando. Here's what it is. On Saturday, from 10 to 6, Nick Sarnicola, Kyle Passetti, Mike Craig. They are the 3 top income earners in ViSalus. Plus, scores of 5-star ambassadors and above. Ambassadors, your local leadership. Everybody's going to be down there teaching you how to qualify for your BMW, how to go from where you are in the business to ambassador. It's $29, okay? I'm going to ask you to go. I'm going to ask you, if you've got a birthday party, I'm going to ask you to push the party out to Sunday. If you've got a prior commitment, I'm going to ask you to cancel it or postpone it or move it out. Okay? You say, Scott, well, sure, you can go to all the events. You're a 5-star ambassador. Well, guess what, guys? We did not have the money to go to our first event. But I borrowed the money from my sponsor. And I guarantee you that the reason that we are 5-star ambassadors right now is because I went to that first event. Okay, so I compel you, I beg of you to get with the person that invited you. Get with your, okay, ambassadors in the back of the room, look at the people that are sitting down, connect with them immediately following, and get them. Pay for their way to go, and your business will transform. You may be seated. Okay, the second thing is our annual, or our big conference in St. Louis. You may be looking at me, man, Eric's looking at me, man, I ain't going to St. Louis. You're out of your mind. I ain't never been out of Jacksonville, much less St. Louis. Well, guess what? I'm just kidding with Eric because he volunteered. But guess what, guys? St. Louis is the National Success Training. It's November 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. I'm going to do it again, guys, and forgive me in advance. But if you are registered to go to that event, stand up, please. Look around the room. It's the same people that are going to the regional or going to the national. Okay, the National Success Training. I'm going to add, if you're not going, I want you to take one of the pieces of paper from us, my wife or Tim, and basically, if you will come to this event.